Hey guys, boys and girls. Right, went round, put some fiberglass resin down, and then poured some sand on it, which came from my old lizard who died. Poor little bastard, Ozzy. He was Australian. Yeah. So I've gone round, filling all the holes with putty, filler, stopper, whatever you want to call it. Done all that. I'm deliberately keeping the camera down because, well, yeah, that's as far as we got to work. My brother's come around tomorrow to finish that for me. My neighbour has got a V-block for me, and he's given me these two, but they're no good. That's got a knackered wheel. That one's got a good wheel, but it's bent. So unless I can cut that and put in a straight pipe, I don't know. Let's just get a new one. But give me that. Brand new one. That's good. Because that one is knackered. That was the tightening bolt for it, and it snapped off when I tried undoing it. So that's knackered. However, I've gone and done it. I went out today. Thanks, Howard. And we have an engine, yay, and controls, and yes, it's a Mercury 9.9, 2010 apparently, hopefully. It's not a 2010 control box. However, it can be wired to match up, which means I can cut the cable down as well, because it's huge. It's got this connector on the end, which is for an old two-stroke, I believe. Not to worry. So, our first start since I got it home. The only problem is, if I start it now, I haven't worked out how to turn it off. So I need to find out a way of switching it off first before I start it again, because the ignition isn't set up to turn it off. If you pull the handle, it will just stay running, hence why now I've got it in a bucket of water. So, and then because my son's working on his car, putting a new gearbox in it, his car's parked right behind the motor in the way, and the dog is trying to get to the other neighbour's dog through the fence. Hello, want to say hello. Cables are way too long. Now I measured this up as 9 foot. Mate, they're 9 foot cables, so my measurement was wrong. And I don't like the idea of coiling them. And you can see for yourself in the box. Even if the box went up there, you know, you can't have it down the side. So the box will have to go there somewhere, and we'll work that out. But the cables are just too bloody long. So I might look into seeing if I'll get shorter cables for it, or the correct bloody box in the first place that will then plug into there. I need it to plug into that. It just makes life so much bloody easier for taking it on and off. Anyway, if it comes out, I'll have to pull the HT leads, I think. But if I can find the coil, where's the bloody coil? I'm sure I'll know which wire to pop off then. But yeah. Not much of an update, but it is an update nonetheless. An engine, we're getting somewhere. All I need now is a steering box and a few little chandlery things. Oh yeah, I haven't showed you this. I painted this and it came out bad. So bad that I even went over it with some blue pearl and fucked it right up, is I think the technical term. I don't know if you can see that in the sun. But it was meant to be that pearl black, and then I got carried away with the pearl at the end because we had a bit of an issue, which is why this side is blue and blotchy. It came out terrible. All here you can't see it really. I kind of semi covered it up. That was the intention, was to try and cover it up. I was painting the lacquer, just a clear lacquer, nothing else, and all this, I don't know where it come from, it's white splodges. Splattered the whole fucking side of it, ruined it. So I thought I could cover it up with a pearl blue, but it looks shit. So because I spent all day driving to go and pick the engine up, I haven't had time to go and get any new black paint. So unfortunately, it might, well not unfortunately, it might just get it painted white now instead. Just flat it back, paint it white. So I've got plenty of white paint, and then just do the blue pearl on it. So yeah, so with the sanding thing, yeah, I put the fiberglass down, had it masked off. Yeah, I've just done squares, it doesn't matter. Put the fiberglass resting on, rolled it on, and then poured the sand on top, good coating of sand on it, patted it all down, let it harden off. Same from there, so that's all sort of grippy. Again, you won't see it, but if I go fishing, I don't want to get the smell of fish on the carpet up here, so I can at least take this bit of carpet off and then use this so I can put the carp cradle up there and all that. It will be carp and pike mostly I'm fishing for when I go fishing. So, slowly taking shape, a bit more paint to do, obviously a lot more paint to do inside, the gunnels. But I needed to get an engine, I liked the price, so I went and bought it. And that's perfect for what I need it for on the river. 5 mile an hour speed with it, that thing on tick over, literally so quiet that you can be out to here. I was on a rental and they had a 5 horsepower 2-stroke on the back, and anytime you got anywhere near creating a bit of wake, the engine was so noisy you couldn't fucking hear yourself talk, so hence why I went with a 4-stroke, lovely and quiet. Which I would fire it up right now by pulling that handle. It has got electric start obviously, but I need to get it wired up first. I don't know if that bucket's going to stay there. Probably not. It's only sitting on that crappy old battery that's knackered. So, come on, where's your coil on here? It comes out of there, goes to there, there's the coil. Right, so if I pull that orange wire out, does that go? Yeah, so I should be able to just pull that, and then it will switch off. Hold on a minute. Plug it back in again. Okay, let me go around the other side because it's already positioned. Hello Muttley, getting covered in dirt again, good boy. What a wally. Right, so I should be able to now give her a pull. And there she goes. Telltale pissing on his car, super. They'll empty the bucket, that's the problem. But yeah, how quiet that is. Yeah, needs priming. Needs more fuel. That works. It's not working. Anyway, back around the other side. Hello. God, it's a mess around here, but I plan to clear all this crap that I've made anyway. So there we have an engine running. I think. Oh, we've got power. Anyway, I'm hoping. Yes, there we go. Super job. So we have a running engine. Right, next update will be that all working on the quay. Good night. She's been chasing a bee. So that's his spot. He kind of likes it up there. What are you doing? What are you doing? So, a little update from the other video where I put an engine on yesterday. Yeah, I didn't mention it. Shut that. Control box, put it at an angle, works for me. The cushion was there because obviously the seat was raised up, give you a rough idea where to put it. But of course, as you can see, tatty old box, newer engine. So an old 2-stroke Mercury control box, wasn't compatible. So where am I? It's down here somewhere. That was the plug on the engine that you should have been able to plug your loom from the box into, but clearly it weren't going to fit. So we've had to take that off, cut the wires on the end of the on this. I've now fed it in through a hole. So there's the main loom wire going in, tied off, comes round, and then I've had to solder and tape all the wiring. So now, because my son's car's in the way because he's putting a new clutch in it and a new gearbox, or another gearbox because he buggered the other one up. So waiting on that to go. But we've got a battery, we've got, I ain't got my terminal, so I've had to use my jump lead to hold the wire on for a minute. I won't start for too long because it's got no water left now, but let's try that again. And now she's running. All on the key. The problem I had was I got it started but I couldn't turn it off. And I didn't know which wire killed it, so I did a bit of research and everyone was going, oh, it's the white wire from the CDI, you just got worth it. Got the white wire, nothing. Brown wire, yes, the brown wire was the earth. So the brown wire is now connected up to the kill switch, where the lanyard goes through there and flips on and pulls the switch and shuts it off. So it'll either go on and off with a key, or you can kill it with, oh, that'll be better. You can kill it with a switch, or on and off with the key. And the fast idle works, all the gear controls are in, and they're bolted on. I'm taking it all back off because it's still got the painting, so it's all going to have to come back off, but obviously mocking it up and getting it fitted and getting the wires cut to length. So we've shortened this. Can't do anything with the gear and the linkage cables, I can't shorten them, and they're probably about 2 foot too long for my liking, but that'll do. So we have a working engine, Mercury 9.9, very happy about. Nice new fuel tank. And some wiring to tidy up. I don't really think I can do a lot with tidying and wiring up, I'm just going to have to live with it. But I kind of want to get the gear cable, because when the engine turns, it all just rubs on there like that. That fuel is not so much of an issue, but those gear cables rubbing on there, turning it all black. So I'll have to see if I can come up with a better routing solution, or twist the box to try and angle it a different way. It's a shame my wiring makes it so untidy, but not a lot I can do about it. But yeah, so we've got a running engine, and as I said, the steering box there didn't come out the way I wanted it to, steering console. But we'll get there. Dog's hairs, lovely, fucking dog everywhere. So yeah, more sanding to do. Try and get that carbon in primer. I don't know I'm going to get much painting done today, and we know it's going to rain, so the gazebo will have to come out soon, I think. But regarding the engine case, I might, if I end up painting the steering console, if I end up painting that just plain white, then this will get painted white to match, so the engine and kind of matches the boat. Probably a bit anal, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But for the moment, we have propulsion, which is a good thing. Still can't fucking get the boat to the water yet, because I don't have a tow bar on my van. Hang on. Why don't you pop in through there? Bear with me a sec, chaps. That's it. And then that bit goes. You can see that clip there, it goes in. No, don't. Under there. There you go. So now we have a nice engine case on it too. And it's a clean engine, can't fault the engine, lovely and shiny. So I don't think it's had much abuse, and then it has seen a bit of salt water because of that. He said it's never been in salt water, only ever seen fresh. That's salt damage, that's seawater. But it never got flushed off. So I'll get the jet wash in there, give it a good old jet wash out, clean it all up. I've greased up all the bits that needed doing. I've greased that nipple there, greased up them two there. It's all greased up, put a rag on it, stop scratching it for the moment, because it's got to come back off again. It'll get bolted on eventually. But for now, it's going to go in the garage until the boat's painted. I've got that side sort of semi-done. Like I say, I went round doing all these little smoothing out bits, so when they still need sanding down, just filling all the little holes. But now I've been paid, I've got some money to play with, I can get off to the Chandlers, and go and get the bits and pieces I need. I need to get a cleat. I'm just going to go there. I've seen the one I like, it's like a T-bar with a round piece on the bottom, and the thread will go straight into it from underneath. And then I've got to drill a hole straight up, back up through there, and then put the eye, I think they're called an eye, put the eye on there. My brother's coming out later on, he's just going to weld this piece on there, although I haven't got the V-block yet. But it is taking shape. That's the happiest bit now. I've got the engine, I'm happy. Lovely and quiet. So that's a bit of an update on where we're at. I say wiring was a bit tricky, but I got there in the end. Don't mind wiring, I'm quite good with sussing stuff out, as they say. There's my battery going flat. So yeah, clean the box up, give it a touch up with a bit of paint maybe, so I get rid of the white paint at least, or maybe just sand it and buff it back up again. Leave it as is. I'm not fussed. The bit of wood that's holding it on, that'll all get taken back off, that'll be painted as well. So yeah, plenty of work still to do, but at least it's somewhere nearer to where it was the other week. Okay, bye bye.